Can I, sleep on the balcony?
Have you ever had what might seem like a ridiculous question, but just didn't know the answer? Here are 17 silly questions with simple answers.
Is Starbucks included in the deluxe drink package?
While there is a Starbucks on nearly every Royal Caribbean cruise ship, the Starbucks is not included in the deluxe drink package, or any of the drink package for that matter. However, there's a lot of things to consider and some tips here. For the Cafe Promenade, they serve Starbucks drinks. Now that would be included in the deluxe beverage package as well as the one right below that, the refreshment package. Just not the classic soda package. So you could get your Starbucks over there in Cafe Promenade as well and get different specialty drinks. And if you really want to drink Starbucks, just bring your own Starbucks cup and get it that way. What I do is I bring my own Yeti cup. Not Starbucks, but if I want a Starbucks, that's what I would do. Another thing to consider is you could use a Starbucks gift card at the Starbucks kiosk on a Royal Caribbean ship. Note that you can't claim any free drinks or anything like that through the app, but they do accept the gift cards. And if you didn't want to go with the Starbucks app or Starbucks route, you could get the Cafe Select coffee card. So this is purchased in the cruise planner before your cruise, and you can get 15 punches for $31 plus gratuity and taxes in the cruise planner before your cruise. When you get this, you simply go to Cafe Promenade on boarding day and just tell them your name, they have it, and then they give you one of these. Now, while there's 15 punches, it's a little misleading. It's one punch per coffee drink, but really it's per shot of espresso. So if you order the small size, it's going to be 15 drinks. But if you order a medium or large size, venti, then it would be 2 punches for each one. Now, while in theory you should use them all, note that you could actually take one from one cruise to another and continue to use it. And if you want to buy me a coffee, feel free to do that in the link below.
Can I pay cash?
You can set up a cash account on board, or you could simply pay your bill in cash before leaving. Thing is, if you get on the cruise ship and let's say you give them $300 of cash, you're not going to be able to get anything additional after you spend that $300 or you go through that. I recommend if you do set up a cash account though, do prepaid gratuities. That way you don't have that $18 right now in Royal Caribbean per person per day coming out, and then give them cash and then you can have a cash account. Credit card, much easier because you're going to hold a certain amount of deposit as well. So I like the credit card versus debit card. So that way the authorization doesn't affect how much money we have in our checking account as well. But yes, if you really want to pay cash, you can pay cash as an onboard expense, but you still have to use your CPass card. You're not paying cash at venues, unless you want to give them a tip for great service.
Where do I get my CPass card?
Your CPass card is right outside your stateroom. I didn't feel real smart when cruising resumed after COVID. I asked as soon as I got in, oh, where do I get my CPass card? I'm like, oh yeah, it's at the stateroom. Now, if you get an early boarding time, like 10:30, 11 a.m., you're not gonna be able to get your CPass card to get your first drink or anything like that. You're gonna have to wait until your staterooms opens at about 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. to get your CPass card. However, you can use your set sail pass that is on your phone in the app to go ahead and start ordering drinks or whatever you want before you get your CPass card.
What does my CPass even do?
Your CPass card lets you buy drinks, specialty dining, gets you on and off the ship. So if you're going to get off the ship, you need your CPass card. Otherwise, you're not getting off. And if you don't have it when you get back on, it might be kind of hard to get back on. But your CPass card gets you everything. Oh yeah, and of course, it opens your door.
Where do I get my excursion tickets that I booked through the cruise line?
If you happen to book an excursion through the cruise line, those are either going to be outside your door where your CPass card is the night before, or in your stateroom on the desk. But they will be delivered usually the day before your excursion or the night before your excursion to your room. So don't have to worry about keeping up with a bunch of excursions all on day one.
Now y'all need to tell me, what am I allowed to wear in the main dining room?
The main dining room has a lot of wide variety of dress codes depending on which cruise line you're on. And it's gonna vary between Carnival, NCL, Celebrity, Virgin, and Royal. But my advice is usually I'm gonna wear what I could wear on like a first or second date. That's how I'm gonna dress. And typically that's gonna be something a little bit nicer than what I would wear, or what you'd wear to church maybe. Are shorts allowed? Yes, shorts are allowed. If you're gonna wear shorts, just wear a nice pair of khaki shorts and a polo and some nice shoes. I typically don't wear shorts, but I have worn shorts in the past. Now, there's also gonna be an upper scale night, like a dress your best or a formal night. These are called different things in different cruise lines. And in theory, you're gonna wear something a little bit nicer. So maybe on that night, instead of wearing a nice pair of golf shorts and a polo, you wear slacks. And slacks aren't so bad in the Caribbean if you're wearing nice, breathable golf slacks.
Can I just like do Monster on my phone? Or do I have to go in person too?
For your safety drill, you now always have to at least check in at your safety drill spot. A lot of times you can watch it on your TV on the different cruise lines or do it on your phone, but at the bare minimum, typically, at least with Royal, you have to at least go in and check in, but you can do everything else on your phone.
What do I do if I get sick?
If you get sick, you can go see a doctor on board the ship. However, that's going to cost you some money. It's usually like a minimum of $150 right from the get-go, and if they need to give you any medicines, it can be that much more, and priced really, really high. Like, kind of almost like a hospital. So, try not to get sick. But if you can't avoid it, it is what it is. Note that if you do get sick and you go see someone or you just kind of let them know, they follow up with you a couple times a day. Our little one got sick once and threw up all over in the room, and a nurse called each of the following couple days. But I think she just got that from eating too much and a little bit too much motion on the boat on that particular cruise.
Can I sleep on the balcony?
Oh, you can sleep on the balcony. I mean, this couple here did it. Okay, no, but for real. That's why you should get a balcony your first time ever cruising, right? At least that's what I would think why you're gonna get a balcony rather than saving that money, just to experience everything a balcony has. But note, the balcony is not extremely private. You can see there's a big gap underneath. Obviously, you're sharing a wall with everyone. And then at nighttime, well, they got a lot of cameras because, you know, if people want to like do something silly and accidentally fall overboard or something, well, they need to be able to locate them. So there's big thermal images and everything that I learned at Love and Merit show. That
what is the most exciting place you and Lauren have ever made? Whoopee! Do not look at her.
Balcony on deck 6.
That is correct.
yeah, so they've got big thermal imaging, and if whatever's going on in the balcony or something falls over that's a heated object, they're gonna see that. So just know that. But yeah, you can sleep on your balcony.
Is there a blow dryer in my room?
Yes, there is a blow dryer in your room. Don't expect a great blow dryer. Mrs. Tips, she's able to use that one and not bring her own. So, mileage may vary.
This is my first cruise. Is it worth getting the dining package?
I would not get the dining package, or really probably any specialty dining package on my first 5 cruises. I say that because there's so much good free food included already in the cruise fare. Now, if you did want to celebrate one special night because it's an anniversary and you want to do something really special, okay, maybe do it for one night. But if you're going to do that, either book it before in your cruise planner or negotiate really well, because you can actually get 50% off in specialty dining if you negotiate well enough.
I'm a first-time cruiser. I'm a little confused. Do I need to print out my boarding pass, or can I just use the barcode that's in the app?
you do not have to print anything. However, I like to print the boarding passes / set sail pass for everyone in my family. Sometimes you might have issues loading the app, or the app might have issues, or there might be software glitches and issues at the terminal. But I like to have everything as a backup in a folder just in case. I might not pull them out, but it's nice to have. Also, with kids, or if you're traveling with grandparents that might not have a smartphone, then it becomes that much more valuable.
Can I use my phone on the ship?
Yes, you can use your phone on the ship as long as it is in airplane mode. First thing you should do when you get on the ship is turn on airplane mode. All right, first things first, turn your phone on airplane mode. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Technically, you don't have to do it until the ship starts pulling away from the pier. However, if you do it right away, you don't have to worry about it later. Then you can connect to the ship's Wi-Fi. Now, the ship's Wi-Fi is free in the Royal Caribbean for just using the Royal Caribbean app and maybe just using the chat feature within the Royal Caribbean app. However, if you want normal internet, look at Facebook, YouTube, you're gonna have to pay for the internet package. If you don't pre-purchase it, you can purchase it on the ship, and then you can purchase it in 24-hour increments. So let's say you want to really try to disconnect, but maybe you want it for 1 day to check in or 2 days to check in with the kids, or do you check into your flight beforehand? When you buy it, it's good for 24 hours. So let's say you're leaving on a Saturday. Well, you're not going to leave until later in the evening, right? And then maybe on Sunday, you don't check in or you don't get it until like 3 p.m. in the afternoon on Sunday. It'd be good until 3 p.m. on Monday. So you can kind of stagger it and not get internet every single day if you want to get it just a couple days.
Can I share the internet?
Yes, you can share the internet. You just have to do it the right way. So let's say you buy one person, one device. I got it. I can buy the internet, I can then log out, and my wife then can log in with the same username and log in. Just one of us can be on at any one time. That's a great way to save a good amount of money. And if you want to know how to save even more money and get it maybe for more people and not have to share as much, make sure you watch my video linked in the description.
How early should I be booking my next cruise?
You should book your next cruise as early as possible. So new cruises are going to be offered throughout the year or being released, kind of throughout the year, but usually starting in November through February, a lot of cruises are released to the public. And as soon as they're released, that's typically when the prices are going to be best. But you can still get good rates a year out. Getting that last minute deal has gone down quite a bit. Yes, there's still some out there where you can get a last minute deal. However, they're far few and in between. But if there's specific dates that you want, especially when you're cruising not during off season, you're gonna wanna book as far in advance. And remember, if you book a refundable fare, you can cancel it up to 90 days before with a full refund. When you're booking direct on the website, you're booking a non-refundable fare 99 out of 100 times. And so if you're gonna change the date or something comes up, they're gonna charge you something like a $100 change fee. So I also typically recommend booking a refundable fare. It makes life a little bit easier and a little less stress.
So my check-in is not until 1 p.m. What time should I show up?
Hey, if your check-in's not until 1 p.m., maybe you selected that because your plane's not landing until noon. In that case, just show up when you get there. But if your check-in isn't until 1 p.m. because you didn't check in exactly 45 days or whatever before your cruise, and that was the earliest time they had available, okay, I would probably get there early. At one point in time, a lot of cruise lines were very strict, and mileage might vary, but I would show up early or kind of when I get there, or maybe an hour earlier. In this case, if it was 1 p.m., honestly, I'd probably show up at 11:30, but that's just me. You're probably not going to be turned away, and they're just going to be able to let you sit inside the terminal in the air conditioning. Now, I might not try this in the middle of July in Florida and the hot summer sun, just in case they don't let you in. But I would give it a try most any other time of the year.
On Royal Caribbean, is the key really worth it?
Shorter answer is no, key's not worth it. And if you want to know why that's the case, watch this video right here. Thank you. This is Brian, Tips for Cruisers. We'll see you over the next video.